Welcome to the Body Nerd Show, empowering you with the super uncomplicated things you need to know about self-care and movement so that you too can wake up every day pain-free. I'm your host, Alexandra Ellis, and I'm a coach, writer, former yogi, kettlebell devotee, and 100% body nerd. So, are you ready? Let's get nerdy! Hey, welcome back. You're listening to episode 9 of the Body Nerd Show. And today I have a super special guest for you, although if you read the title, you already know who she is. But I'm sitting here across the kitchen table with my mom, Mrs. Pam Ellis. What's up, Pam?
Hi, everyone.
I won't be calling you Pam for the rest of this. I'll call you Mom because that's weird.
Okay.
My mom and I have been talking for a while about doing something together. We had our own pseudo cooking show. And by cooking show, I mean it was just she and I in the kitchen cooking. And we called it WTF.
And we didn't record it.
No, we didn't record it, but it was our own show because we would joke about, oh, should we add this ingredient? Sure, WTF. And that was a lot of fun. We made some interesting stuff in the kitchen. And I'll also say, having lived at home as an adult after college was super, super fun to get to be a friend of my parents instead of their kid, although I'm still your kid.
And I don't watch the Kardashians anymore.
No, yeah, we don't have to watch the Kardashians anymore. No, thank God. We also had an idea for a YouTube show called, what was it called?
Oh, the Back Porch Swing show.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure.
Discussing life and such.
Yeah, we probably would have workshopped a better title than that.
Well, I know.
But, you know, all of that, thank God, Mom has been on the journey for whatever new broadcasting network that I decided to take part in. So here we are with a podcast on the Body Nerd Show. So today's episode is all about gratitude, and specifically about journaling and a gratitude journal and how powerful that can be. And so a little backstory for you is that I started doing a 5-minute journal, which is literally, as it sounds, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, March of last year. So it's been more than a year for me of every day, twice a day, sitting down with my journal. And I thought it would be a fun activity. What I didn't expect was that it would really, truly change my life. It changed how I go about my day and how I think about the day. I guess it's probably a little bit of my over perfectionist, overachiever perfectionism, in that I didn't want to show up to my journal without having anything to write about. And so I paid extra attention to how the day would unfold so that I'd have something to write about in my journal. And it was such a powerful practice and change for me that I now give gratitude journals to my clients who join me on retreats and to all of the members of Movement Mavens. And gratitude, just a little bit of research before we start talking to Mom about it. Practicing gratitude improves your physical health. A 2012 study found that grateful people experience fewer aches and pains, and they're also more likely to exercise and take care of their health. It improves your psychological health. Robert Emmons, who's a leading gratitude researcher, has conducted multiple studies on the link between gratitude and well-being, and his research confirms that gratitude effectively increases happiness and reduces depression. I just love, too, that they've done research on that, because if you've ever been grateful for something, it's clear that it can increase your happiness and reduce depression. So it's awesome to see that continued practice of it makes that change as well. Gratitude also can improve sleep. So that's another great reason if you are someone who feels like you're not quite getting enough rest and you want better sleep. There was a 2012 study published in Applied Psychology all about sleep and gratitude. It improves self-esteem. It improves your mental strength. When you can recognize all that you have thankful for, even during the worst times, that can really help to foster resilience. Now, with all that being said, the reason why I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you, Mom, is because you came on retreat. You are the unofficial AE Wellness assistant for all things, whether you want to be or not.
I'm the non-virtual assistant.
The non-virtual assistant, yep. And she walked into my apartment one day and said, that gratitude thing, it works. And so just start with a little bit about, because I know you had some resistance to journaling. So can you tell us more about that?
About the resistance to journaling, or I would say, or my association with gratitude, I think probably is what you're asking.
Do you see how she didn't even want to answer that question?
No. Well, gratitude wasn't a stranger to me because I've known about the importance of gratitude, I would say, for 20 years or more. But my relationship with it has not always been close. But when I was, forced might be too strong of a word. But
I can't force you to do anything.
She strongly suggests it and then asks me about it from time to time.
I pester her.
Yeah, she pesters me. So finally I thought, what the heck? 5-minute journal doesn't look that hard. Actually, it's 10 minutes.
No, actually, the journal that I gave you is a 3-minute journal. It's even less time.
Well, it takes me longer. I'm slow. So I do it in the morning, and I wouldn't allow myself to turn on any media, which I really have an addiction to, until I had written my gratitude. And then all of a sudden I thought, oh, my day is looking a lot different because I am realizing the things I'm grateful for. I'm giving thanks to the little birdies outside that are singing to me while I'm eating my breakfast, and the bright sunshine and the bees, and things, simple things, but it really changed my outlook on the day. So I thought, oh, journaling. Now, this has been going on for some time. I don't always journal.
Yeah, you don't have to be a perfectionist about it.
No, in fact, I never get the evening one done. But that's always something that I need to, to work on. But I'm even thinking about doing more journaling.
Wow. You like some longer form kind of journaling?
Yeah, I have some things I need to get out. So, yeah.
Yeah, which has been something I've been learning more and researching more about, is like long form journaling. And we've talked about it. And it's kind of a way to metabolize what is going on in your brain. It's so easy to take what you think as fact and face value. And sometimes when you have to write it down, you realize how ridiculous it actually is. And that's one of the reasons why I like long form journaling. Tell us a little bit more about the 3-minute journal process. Like, if someone wanted to get started today, what would that look like?
Well, to start out, it's just 3 things that you're grateful for right then. Mm-hmm. And I don't think about it so much. I mean, I'm not working at being perfect at it. Just off the top of my head, boom, 3 things. That's easy. And then what am I going to do today to bring myself closer to my goals? So that's usually something that I have on my mind when I get up, of things I need to do. And that's as close to as a to-do list as I have. Mm-hmm. And when I'm finished with that, and that's it for the morning, in the evening you just wrap it up by saying, what went right, I guess. I think that's, since I don't do it, I don't really know, but it's kind of like, what did you do right? So, and then you just close the journal and walk away from it. Mm-hmm. But you've done it. You've actually taken things from your mind through your arm and down through your fingers, mm-hmm. and written it on a page. And that's what makes a difference. Mm-hmm. And for kinesthetic learners, I think I've said that correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really important for me to do it that way. And that's what I'm realizing.
Yeah, well,
it's more than just thinking about it, mm-hmm. as I'm walking from room to room or around the block at night, or talking with Oprah. Mm-hmm. I need to write it down, and that physical element's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally different to write things down and brainstorm on paper, even compared to just typing it in your phone. Typing isn't processed in your brain in the same way that writing stuff down is.
Yeah, well, I'm cursed by a sophomore composition teacher I had in college who said if any of us knew what we revealed when we wrote, we'd never write another word.
Oh my gosh.
And then he
awful.
assigned us just the worst final, which was right at the time we were all demonstrating for the Vietnam War. And it was, you have just days to live, and each day you're going to lose another sense. So write about what you would do with your time and what order you would lose those. And you can, and I thought about that until the next class time, and we came back, and he goes, or you could just take the grade that you have and leave. And I go, oh, good. I didn't want to write anyway. And that sort of put me on the road of never writing anything down.
Interesting. So that's kind of been what has been keeping you, would you say, from like journaling since that experience?
Yeah, I got a lot of secrets. I got, quite a few miles on me. And so I didn't want people to know about it. But now I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, I think that's
if you find it. If anybody goes digging through my drawers, then they'll find it.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you'll find that I'm, grateful for clean water and my dog and my husband and you and Dad and who cares? That's the other thing too. And if you, I've been speaking with some friends and they have some hesitancy about journaling, even something, because it's not like you're revealing your deepest, darkest secrets and like who you hate in a gratitude journal or, who you're crushing on or whatever.
That's what I was going to include.
Well, I mean, sure, include that. But I'm just saying, if anybody finds it, first of all, let's talk about boundaries. Why is someone you're living with going through your stuff?
He can't find his own stuff. Yeah, so how can he find mine?
Yeah. But I mean, also, it's just the benefits of a gratitude journal to me far outweigh. I mean, who cares if somebody reads it? Okay, cool, you see who I'm grateful for, what I'm grateful for, how I'm working towards my goals. How does that change anything about me or how I go about my day?
And if these deep, dark secrets and painful experiences that I've had are actually causing me pain in my body, which is thought to be true by some, hey, why not? If I could unload them onto paper, small price to pay for being pain-free.
Absolutely.
So, hey, I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah. And what our conversations on that, just some more context for those of you listening, there's, some schools of thought that longer form journaling, set the timer for 20 minutes and just write and write and write and write, that is when some of these, not even deep, dark secrets, but just things you didn't even realize that you were thinking or things that you didn't even realize were a problem. The dog is trying to get in on this conversation. She wishes she was a part of it. But things that you didn't even realize were a thing. Themes will come up when you have to write for 20 minutes. And in this format, one of the people I have learned it from is named Nicole Sachs, and she calls it JournalSpeak. So you can look her up, and I'll put her website down in the show notes as well. But do that 20-minute writing and then throw it away. So if you are doing some type of journaling and where you want
the deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, if you want to be able to have that, then I strongly encourage you to do it so you can burn it. Do it so you can shred it. Do it in a way.
Eat it.
Maybe not. I don't know that paper and ink is that good for you. Or what I have is a Word document, a Pages document on my laptop, and I just write, and the minute that timer goes off, I select all, I delete, I save the document again. I don't even reread it. And that's one aspect of journaling that is beneficial. But if you're looking for a place to start, where I encourage people to and where I started is with that 3-minute daily gratitude of just getting into the habit of writing and noticing your entire day.
And before you know it, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me. And now I'm just can't stop writing, gotta write all the time. And it's nice too for me. I like to flip back. I keep all my journals. I'm oh yeah, that's what I was worrying about then. And also, oh, that was the day we did this thing and it was so cool. Because life is happening so quickly. And I do try to live, in the now as much as I can. And so you forget about stuff if you don't write it down and celebrate it. What have you found? I mean, I know you mentioned a little bit about a change on how you go about your day, but what do you see as the future for yourself with this gratitude journaling, or possibly perhaps maybe the longer form journaling? Like, where do you see this taking you?
Taking me to the desk to write more. I think what will happen is I'm going to be, my goal is I'm seeking serenity. Mm-hmm. And I can't do that without making changes in my daily routine. And my daily routine, which I've loved very much, involves my Samsung, what do you call it?
The tablet. You know, Samsung does not sponsor this, but we'll happily
my
take
tablet, and all of my online streaming.
This lady, if you need to know about any TV shows, ask Mom. She watches them all.
Right. So
except Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I'm decluttering. So I'm decluttering my physical environment and I'm decluttering my mental environment. Mm-hmm. And so this is part of that. This is like putting a lemon down your garbage disposal to freshen it up. I'm trying to clean out my thought. I got lots of cobwebs in there, and I think writing and journaling and expressing gratitude is going to open up my thought for bigger things to come.
So we just had to relocate the dog who's demanding to go on her walk right now. So what would you say to someone who is a little hesitant or resistant to this idea of daily gratitude journaling?
Hey, it only takes 3 minutes. Why not? Because if it does work, you're ahead, and you'll see right away. It's painless, and it doesn't take much time. And for goodness sakes, you have 3 minutes.
Yeah, just stop scrolling
you do
for 1
have
second.
3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and it's also just bonkers to think that like 3 minutes can change your day, and you might be like, oh well, like it's not enough, but seriously, like 3 minutes will change your day.
Yes. And well, the other thing is, so depending on who you're expressing gratitude about, but sometimes you take people who you see every day for granted. Now, my husband and I have been married, Alex's father, for 30, coming up, a few more weeks, 38 years. And just to add a cherry on top of the sundae, we also work together. So we're never apart. And so sometimes that's a little hard, to stomach. So expressing gratitude for the qualities that he expresses, me expressing gratitude for his qualities, helps me appreciate him, and it improves my day, but it also improves his day because I'm being a little nicer person. And so there are lots of benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can see that. I mean, I can't always see my own change in attitude, but I can see it in the way people react to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally. And I think if you find that there's things you're continually grateful for, do more of those things.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because I think, for...
Like my favorite vegan yogurt product.
I love the vegan yogurt. There's a frozen yogurt place here in town she's obsessed with. I was thinking, as you mentioned that about Dad, like even with Anthony, my husband, one thing that kept coming up in the journal was like, I want to spend more time, like, because in the journal I was using, it's how will you or like, what will you do differently tomorrow? And it was always, I want to spend more time with Anthony, or more quality time, because sitting next to one another on the couch scrolling through Instagram to me doesn't really count. And so now we go on a walk with the dog every night, and that's just like a thing we do. And so it's just become part of the routine based on the yearnings that came through my journaling. So it can also be insightful as to ways that you can shift your routines or habits, like you were talking about, in a way that just like makes your day better.
Yes.
And in 3 minutes.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, absolutely. So if we haven't convinced you enough to start journaling, there's no hope. No, I'm just kidding. Feel free to reach out if you need some support. You can always join the Body Nerds Facebook group and get some support there. Or just dive in all the way. Join us inside Movement Mavens and really get that support of changing your mindset and changing your habits so that you take excellent care of your body, mind, and spirit every day in just a few minutes a day.
And I was thinking the other day, when I wanted to change my diet and to lose weight, and Alex and I were doing this sort of together. Well, no, I started before that. But anyway, I wanted to lose weight. I wrote down everything I ate. That was quite tedious, but it was so useful because it was hard to lie to yourself. You couldn't cheat on that because you knew. And then I had to show my journal to my nutritionist. And it worked. So this is kind of similar to that.
There is no showing of journals inside Movement Mavens.
Well, no showing of journals, but when you actually write it down. I mean, more than showing it to my nutritionist was the fact I couldn't write down I had a half a cookie if I ate 6. Because I knew. I'm just lying to myself. So
6 cookies are also delicious, though. So
it depends. Well, I don't know, but anyway, it just writing things down. It makes you more honest to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, you're the one that counts the most.
Absolutely.
In the physical realm, at least. But we won't get into that on this episode.
No, on a future episode. Well, thank you so much. I know Ella is demanding to be taken out on her walk right now, so we will have to end here. But hopefully this is giving you some seeds for change of perhaps starting up your own gratitude practice. As you can tell, we both strongly, strongly recommend it. So with that, here's to asking better questions, moving more, practicing gratitude, and getting nerdy. And if you enjoyed this week's episode, do me a huge favor and share it with your mom or your mom figure in your life. Or leave a review on your favorite podcast platform and let us know what your favorite part was. You can share this with friends, family members, the cashier at Trader Joe's, just whatever. Help spread the word that your body is super cool and you can be in control of your pain. I'll talk to you next week. Today's self-care hack comes to us from Miami Beach from Body Nerd and pretty cool chick, Amy.
Hi, Alex. This is Amy from Miami Beach, Florida. And I just wanted to let you know my self-care routine that helps me feel good for the whole day is a morning meditation. And it's usually about 10 minutes. If I'm moving a little slow in the morning, it's 10 minutes, but ideally I like to get 20 minutes in. And it's various forms of meditation, from somatic meditation. Right now I'm into tapping, which is really awesome. But I'm open to different forms. And I think the meditation really just sets the tone for my day and helps me get out of the funk if I'm in a funk, or give me energy or whatever I need for that day. So hopefully that's a good tip for your listeners. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, so now it's your turn. I want to know, what's your favorite self-care hack that helps you feel amazing every single day? You can shoot me a message on social media, send me an email, or even better, send me a voicemail by calling 818-396-6501. I'll drop that phone number into the show notes, but I hope to hear what your self-care hack is. Life without pain is possible. And if you're ready to break up with all the things that are only giving you temporary relief, I've got just the thing. Head on over to bodynerdshow.com to download a checklist with 9 simple things to soothe yourself when you're in pain. It doesn't have to be complicated, and it won't take you more than 15 minutes a day.